Today I reclaimed Boxing Day, well, and have used it for the powers of good. I don't know, we're not done yet. I love boxes. I can't buy anything else. I have to get rid of pretty much everything I own. I am a hoarder. I have too much stuff. I don't know how that's going to happen. I did sort out all of the toy stuff that I opened during Christmas time for my advent calendars. I had to box up some stuff for my toys that I sold, which is good. That's a good thing. I paid like $30 more in shipping than I had to. I don't know when I'm going to stop using a courier service instead of using now that the postal strike is over in Canada. But I feel like at least these first couple of people have to get better shipping rates than or shipping times than what's available right now. Anyway, I have to ship and sell a lot of things. Oh, and this is the biggest. This is why I had to bring all of those things in here. I don't know what to do about boxes, if to keep them open or not, because it certainly helps me find the exact size that I need. Most of the time, I keep them, like folded up like this, so that it's easier to find. Oh no, so it's easier to store them. But I like not doing that to them so that I can find the right size. I can hold up the item and hold it next to the box and see if I have the right. So I don't know what to do. I guess I'm answering my own questions, which is why I love making these videos, is because why I don't have the space right now. But when I do have the space, that's when it's so funny. It's kind of like like influencers who get sent stuff that they wouldn't need, but because and they don't have to pay for it, but they make so much money. But it's the people who don't need the stuff that people who do need the stuff that don't get it. Okay, so boxes from the dawn of time, from as far back as I can remember, boxes in boxes in boxes, storing, sorting. It's what I do. If it's not a box, it's a jar. Shelves of boxes. I really want to clear off the shelf, which again is not the order in which I should be doing things. I have to make space before I can. Yeah, the right way is not to organize the stuff, which I've heard lots of people say when they're emptying their belongings, when they're getting rid of stuff, that the way to do it is just to get rid of stuff. So it should be just take a box. But there are certain things that I want to do that I know will make it easier for me. So I do. You can do a little bit of both. Here's that. Yeah, both can be right at the same time. Both can be. Here's some other boxes. So these ones come from Big Bad Toy Store, and they're so sturdy. They're not. The thing that's against my box rules is that they're all different sizes. But the fact that they're so sturdy and they match, it's an OCD thing. The same with the boxes that I keep my toys and stuff in. The fact that they nest together, and this is the rule that I follow, is that if you have boxes, you want them all to be the same. You don't want to have like different totes. It actually drives me crazy, even when I'm looking at someone's house, visiting someone's house, or even watching somebody's house on YouTube, and I see their stuff all around, and they've got different colored storage boxes, and they've got different colored different colored furniture, different colored carpets, and different colored clothes, and and there's all this color and stuff around. You see how like everything still matches despite this being a horrendous mess? The fact that I found a box that I knew would work for me. However, I do have other groups of boxes, but I do group them together. But the boxes that I bought were from the dollar store, and they were from they discontinued these, by the way, so I can't buy any more, which I guess is at the best time, because I shouldn't be getting more. I should be emptying all of these boxes. But the fact that you can stack them together and make them neat and put them on the shelves and organize the things to, but there's way too many, and I don't. for all I know, I won't be able to keep any of this stuff. But I am delighted and excited and enjoyed by my stuff, which is insane. But at the same time, as much as people don't think I'm a minimalist, I am. It's just the fact that I cram everything into one tiny room. Well, it's a pretty big room, to tell you the truth, with an ensuite and stuff. But it's gonna, which is why I want to tackle this. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna go back and forth. I don't know what's in these things. I brought up. Okay, we're gonna start. I'm cleaning up right now, so you're kind of cleaning with me. But let me tell you about some more of these boxes. So these ones, we've decided that we have to break them down, despite it being so much harder for me to find the size of the box that I need. Maybe I don't have to break down all of them. That's also. I'll try to nest as many as I possibly can. You might have seen in one of my recent videos is these. I mean, it's possible. What I have been doing is just stacking them all up here. So they stack on top of those ones. I keep those ones right next to me. Like this is how I make money. This is how I get rid of stuff. This is the number one priority in my life, is to get rid of stuff and make money getting stuff. This is the I guess this started out being the stuff that I like the most. Then these boxes, which I've got all kinds more of these, and I bought these boxes, but I bought them because they were all the same size, and I bought I don't know how many I bought of them, 30, 40 of them. There's like a box store. Okay, we're gonna do this. And they're huge and they're sturdy. I think I've had them for a few years, so they're kind of like, because I stack them so high, they're kind of crushing themselves. And I should have taken this chandelier down a long time ago. It's only because it's black wrought iron that made me keep it in there. It does constantly get in the way. So these boxes started out to be, I guess, my favorite toy collection that I knew that I cared the most about. But then I started selling the toys that I cared mostly about because they were worth the most money. And they took up the most space because they were the largest collections. So then it turned into the boxes where I store the stuff that is organized to sell. So it's stuff that I pulled, and now it's stuff that I've listed, and there's boxes within boxes of these items to sell. But what I do is I keep 4, 3/4 or 12. I keep 12 of them in here. So it's kind of ridiculous that I think that I can fit all of the belongings that I keep into. Well, you can see that it's tall. I'm 6 feet tall, and then they're going like another, I don't know, 1.5 feet above me. But a storage locker can be that size, but I'm gonna need to save more than this. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to consider maybe 24 boxes, and that's gonna have to be my goal for a storage locker. And then if I do save stuff, now these boxes, these are my new favorite boxes that I can get at the grocery store, and I was talking to you about them at Walmart, and I hope I'm not doxing myself too much. I guess not. No, you can't see anything. They're boxes. Those have toys in them that I am going to sell or have to sort or look up to see if they're worth anything, right? And then over here, I don't even know what's in them. But anyway, these boxes are all the same, so they fit. These ones were my old favorite boxes. They weren't even really my favorite. They seem kind of flimsy in comparison to these new ones that I use. But I brought these up specifically to sort the stuff on the shelf. So I'm thinking I was going to take out the boxes that I know I want to keep and put them in there. And then, oh my goodness, I think it all stems back to these milk crates. Because when I was growing up, I had used milk crates to just in my closet. These were lined up. I had massive amounts of them. Went from floor to ceiling in my closet, and that's where I kept all of my belongings in the little milk crates in the whole shelving system in my giant walk-in closet. That wasn't a giant walk-in closet, but I didn't even realize it was a walk-in closet because I had so many milk crates in it. Maybe I remember it as bigger because I was a little boy, so maybe I remember it as bigger than it was. But I had milk crates stacked floor to ceiling all the way back, and that's how I used them to sort my clothes and my toys and everything else. So I guess it stems from that, and I don't want to trade these because they do. I don't want to get rid of these because they they keep things separate from one another. Compartmentalize. So I guess I would put stuff in them in the bigger boxes, and then it could be sorted up. Now, something that I do want to talk about that I think I was really thinking about these. I showed these the other day. The Masters of the Universe books, I kind of really regret. Actually, it's all of these. I think I really regret buying them, and no regrets. I was thinking that they took up way more space. That's not as bad as I thought. Maybe it's not so bad. The other books I 100% for sure want. Maybe not the ones down here, but I've got books on my Degrassi books. I want them. This is a little more Masters Union. My romance novels. We need to keep those. We need to keep those for sure, because they're hilarious. And even though most of them are me with long hair, which is not cool. Sometimes my hair was tied back, but I did have the majority. Here's a good example with my pregnant Christmas bride. That's really good for the holidays. Those are great and everything. There's a lot of DVDs that I would want to keep, but I've streamlined it to those things as necessary, and I did pack away the other things that were possible, but I think I do have a box full of DVDs that I need to keep. I don't know. I don't remember. I'd have a couple boxes of DVDs and CDs. I think CDs, I have decided that I don't need them anymore. I have moved on to physical media for those. And like I showed you the other day, is that I'm making more of a mess now than I started with. That thumb drives is where I have even though I have DVDs of most of these, I keep most of my favorite movies and TV shows on that. And like I said yesterday, those are my friends. These are my best friends. They mean more to me than people. People are disappointing, and TV and movie characters, they stay consistent. You can depend on them. They're there whenever you need them. All right. I put those boxes back. That was a bonus. I think I am gonna do a little bit of this. The jars. I have all kinds of little trinkets. I have to keep these, and I am discovering that I have more little things than I think I want to keep. I have to 100% keep these, right? So there's no nesting them or anything. These have to go. I collected these. They're even harder to find. When I was buying these, 10, 20 years ago and collecting them, they were harder to find. But I have stuff like these clothespins, which I love, and I would buy again 100 times if I'm ever nesting. The whole when I think too much about this, the fact that I need nothing, none of this stuff is really important. And I am thinking about the future, what I would buy again. I think that is a very good method for decluttering and minimizing. And you think about, would you buy that again? I would buy this again. What I go back to is that if I ever buy, if I ever have the opportunity to buy something again, I'll have enough money to buy the thing again. So that's my dilemma. Oh man. And then somebody's home now. So this has been the best on a different segue. This has been the best. Yesterday was the best day of my life. Maybe not completely the best day of my life, because there was just this anticipation, when is somebody going to come back? It reminded me of being in New York, where I knew it wasn't sustainable. I knew I couldn't live there forever. So sometimes when I'm in New York, I kind of get angry because it costs so much money to be there, and I know that it's not possible for me to be there. So a lot of the time when I'm there, I'm like, I'm sad, because I know it's not possible for me to be there. I should be enjoying it. Oh shit, fuck. I should be enjoying them. I want to keep this. I broke it once. These chairs fell on it because of having too much stuff. When you have too much stuff, you trip over stuff. It gets in the way. I think I need to do it on my own. I think I need to split this up. I was gonna just pause the video while I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I think I will. I think I'll do some updates and I'll get back to you. I think I'm gonna break down a lot of those boxes now. These ones I do store them under this big desk, so I fill them with other toys that have mostly I put toys that I want to review in these boxes, just because they're sturdy and they're always a perfect size, and they're really strong. And then some things that are useless that I really want to keep, because look, I have these. So many things mean so much to me, more so than people. But at the same time, I know I don't need any of it. But when I think about, would I get the stuff again? I would get the stuff again. There's stuff that I wouldn't get again. I want to use this stuff. This is stuff that I bought, that I fixed up and made for different purposes. I won't get into what they are or what it's for, but I could get rid of those. I want to do more crafty things. I want to make stuff all the time, but it gets in the way. When you have too many things, you can't do everything that you want to do. Okay, I'm gonna kind of like pull myself together right now. I'm gonna clean up some of this mess. We did put those boxes back where I had to take those big ones down to get to the toys that I sold. That's what was happening there. I slid those back into the pile. Maybe I'll stick these into the closet where I have those other vinegar boxes pushed up against the side, so that they're organized and they're all the same box, so they're all together. And we're going to do a little more cleanup. A lot of these things can go back into the toy room. I've started to make a section of the toy room of stuff that 100% I want to keep. This is stuff that I've opened up over the holidays that I knew I opened it because I knew that I really, really wanted it. It was probably worthless on the secondhand market, and something that meant a lot to me. Now I have started selling stuff that means a lot to me, but it's worth a lot of money. So that stuff I'll sell. Anything that's worth over $50, or I can group together as something over $50 or more, I'm selling. And then it just seems not worth it for otherwise. But I kind of have to do hierarchy and maybe save some of those things. But boxes really help me. But maybe as I'm talking this out, maybe they're more of a deterrent. I do like how incredibly organized. Look, more bins and boxes. It's insane how cramped and messy this is, yet at the same time it's so neat and organized, and everything I choose is intentional. I think that's also an important thing, that as much as somebody can judge me for the amount of stuff I have, I am I am so intentional. It has to spark the joy, or I don't get it. Now we change over time. I've changed over time, and some things are more important to me. Sometimes I bought a lot of toys that didn't mean so much to me. But I used to buy a lot of things that were a really good price because I knew, or really cheap, or from the dollar store, because they were so inexpensive, and then I thought I bought them because I had a toy channel and could do toy reviews. The thing is, nobody wants to see toy reviews of, that's not true, not nobody. People do like to see toys from the past, or things that they don't know about, or things that are really cool. And of course, I'm not going to buy still, when I was buying those things that were super cheap, they'd have to interest me. I wouldn't buy just anything. I would have to buy something that was really, or it was, a lot has to do with value, and I've been thinking a lot about that too, is that I do buy way too many things from the dollar store. There's a whole bin full of blankets under there that I've never used because I didn't need them, but I bought them for the future. And I do believe in buying for the future, despite it being one of the minimalist rules to not buy for the future. But blankets are something that we'll always need. But I probably wasted $20 trying to save. These bags, for example, were at the dollar store. I bought these in bulk. I used 2 of them to death, but I have extra ones, and I do like these. I do like to use those more, and I use them as luggage sometimes, and I like to use them more so than the luggage that I spend hundreds of dollars on, because of how light it is, and because I have matching sets in a different way. And yeah, sometimes it pays off, but then I have all of these extra bags that, like, it's kind of cool to carry these around as luggage. Personally, again, I chose these very, very, there have been lots of bags that showed up at the dollar store, but these were ones that I bought and saved and have still have continued to save. But I don't know what's inside that other big one. It's more bags inside of bags, just like boxes inside of boxes. I think this is the bin. Oh yeah, was this the bin of stuff that I wasn't sure of? But I think I've moved on. The sleeves that I've cut off of the sweatshirts that I had. So I found sweatshirts that I really liked. I liked them as sweatshirts, but I also liked them as cut-offs. And I saved the sleeves because craft projects, things, I don't want to be wasteful. I want to use every part, just like an indigenous person. I wanna not waste anything. And I bought these colors and this fabrication and stuff. There was a reason, there was method behind this, because I appreciated this. This is a lot of stuff that could be used. I could use it for making stuff for my toys, or I could use it for, I guess that's all. I could make a quilt. I could make pillowcases, or it has potential. But I think it really sucks me holding it and talking about all of the potential that this has, and not being wasteful with it. That actually is changing my mind. But there comes a time where you have the amount of time, and this is an example of something that I couldn't make my mind up. So this is what this bin is. Stuff, really cool things This raw leather pouch. I have no use for this. I have decided that this has to go in the shower this morning, though. I decided that the Masters of the Universe books might have to go, or I'd have to figure out one per, but they're actually, they're not as much as I thought they were in my head, even though it does add up, and there's other bins and other, it gets easier. The thing is, also, it gets easier as we go. Anyway, I said I was going to pause, and I didn't. Yeah, the more I get rid of, the more I want to get rid of. I'm gonna clean up some of the. I'm gonna clean up all of the cardboard boxes right now, and then we'll go through this. And there's a lot of toys still that I have to clean up and put away. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pause this for the first time. Well, it's not the first time, but I mean, am I gonna put the clothespins in the jars and stuff? I mean, there's way too much for me to do, but that's what my new Boxing Day is. You know what? I'm ending this video, because no, maybe I won't. I don't know, but I'll leave you with this until you see me in a second. I'm taking back Boxing Day. I am using it what am I doing with it? I'm not bringing anything more in. I'm organizing and getting rid of more and more and more. And today, I wanted to tell you this too. I thought maybe the holidays aren't over for me yet. I remembered that I had a bag of peanuts that I put in a special bin that I forgot that I had, and it would have been so nice just to crack open peanuts and watch some of my favorite friends, revisit some of them. And I ate peanuts all day while it was quiet here too. They still haven't come inside. I guess they're saying goodbye to whoever they're saying goodbye to. But I'm enjoying my peace and quiet. I know what's important to me, and it gets clearer and more clear every day what I want to fill my boxes with. Metaphorically, how isolated I need my boxes to be, and how much easier it is to pick up and go with when you have nothing. And I don't know. The one of the biggest problems is I don't know what my future is, and I've lived 50 years. I know what my values are. I know what's important to me. I know what makes me happy. I know what doesn't make me happy. I have to focus on. I don't have to focus on anything. I want to fix everything that's not perfect, is what I want to do. There'll always be something that's not perfect, but there are things that are really not perfect right now. I need peace and quiet. I don't want anybody bothering me. I don't want to hear anybody else. That's number one important to me. I know that wood floors are very, very important to me. I could not live in a place with carpet. I don't have carpet in this house, but I don't know why I'm just telling you what's important to me. And running water is important to me. Or actually running water isn't important to me. As long as I'm next to an ocean or lake, that would be perfectly fine. And it helps. It helps if it's, warm. I'm gonna nest as many of these boxes right now as I need to do, and we'll see. I don't know if this is the end of the video or not. I'm opening up space is what I'm doing right now. So that is the best thing for me to do. I'm putting like boxes together, and I'm going to make at least some areas that are open so there's place to breathe. That really is the most important thing. Then I can take one box at a time, empty it. I must decide as I take each box what I'm going to do with it. This is like 30 seconds after I just stopped recording, by the way. Doesn't Sometimes you just need to shut up and breathe. So of course this is the best thing to do. So I'm piling all of the vinegar boxes into there, up against the other bigger boxes, and then I've put different things in them for different reasons, but that's good for now. And then once everything else is out of there, I can grab one vinegar box at a time and say, what am I going to do with the contents of this? I will also do that with the toy room, and just one at a time. Is it worth anything? I'll have to have like a maybe pile where it's like, or check later pile. Like that's the thing. No, you have to do it. For the start, okay. For the start, I will have to deal with it immediately, but there's going to come up circumstances where, do I save it for a flea market? Do I start an area for a flea market? I kind of do have an area for a flea market. It's just donation, but the donation / try to sell for even cheaper, or do I have extra time to sell things that are not worth as much later on? I don't know. Back to more sorting. This is not my first purge. I've done this. I've purged many, many times because I've moved a lot. I've been in relationships where I had to, split up the stuff, or think that the stuff that I had was for a relationship. I got rid of all of my furniture. Can't count the shelves as furniture. I always buy the shelves as storage. It makes things a lot easier. I love these shelves. I buy them over and over again all the time throughout the years. But I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. Like I have no dishes. I have no things. Well, I have some dishes. I have like antique things that I've collected. But these are curated stuff. I don't, of necessities, maybe you wouldn't agree with me. I think a lot of people wouldn't agree with me, but I have done a tour of all of my kitchen stuff and bathroom stuff, and it's less than anybody else I know, even minimalists have. So the worst part is it's time for dinner, and I'm starving. I've got the... Yeah, I can. I know I can put them back where I have to get rid of these, at least before. A big mistake thinking that I was going to take stuff off of the shelf, and I brought those boxes upstairs where I had them in the donation room. That was a mistake. I was biting off more than I could chew. It is Boxing Day though, and you needed to see my boxes, and I did need to talk about my boxes, so it was good representation. I got like 12 to 24 of those exact boxes that I use as donation boxes. Alright, it's not taking me that long. I did really well. Oh, it looks even better on camera. Some I broke down, most I nested, so that's good. These are just going back in the toy room loose. I guess most of those, they were just sitting on top of other stuff, which is fine because they're the boxes that I like to sort things. This is all one kind of toy that I just have to think about and find a place to put. But these are all empty boxes that I like to... In my toy room, most of the boxes are this size and they fit on the shelves in there very easily, so I move stuff around and mix stuff and sort things out with those boxes. So that's why that one's separate. These are going back into the donation room. I always bite off more than I can chew, just like I thought. I thought I was going to be organizing some of the boxes on this shelf. This stuff I still have to put a lot, as many as of these plastic bins in the toy room as possible. At least if I get rid of all of these ones, then we're really good. So I think that they can all fit, or fit onto the shelf there. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I guess you'll see that. And I did pretty well. And I also, while I was doing this, no music playing, nobody's playing any music or anything, so I'm not being distracted or being irate or mad or anything. Just focused and breathed. And I was like in and out of the kitchen bathroom. And I saw my apples. I have lots of apples. And then I thought about the peanut plan that I had today. So also upset stomach. So many different kinds of mixed vegetables and different food groups mixed together in the stomach. So I've been uncomfortable for the last couple of days. Even though the meals are delicious and I love to have those Thanksgiving dinners, but it is too much food combining for my digestive system. So it might be good just to have fruit and nuts today for dinner, and that'll be that sounds exciting to me. So easy. All I have to do is wash the apples and I can eat them with the peanuts. I might even throw in some other nuts. I'm going to eat a lot of nuts today. I might throw in some almonds, and I have walnuts too. So that is what I'm having for dinner. If I'm still hungry after that, I'll have some popcorn. So that's planned out. So because I'm starving and it's late, I'm having highs in optimism, pessimism, but something that I do obviously have to work on this year will be, or in 2025, 2025, is that what it is? Is now what came to my head is prioritizing, but what it is biting off more than I can chew, thinking that I can do better. That is really disappointing for me, and I guess that's where I get a lot of disappointment. Well, not really, because look, here I am at 50. What do I have to show for myself? Which is another video that I wanted to do today, which was why what I look like is so important to me. It's because that's what I had going for me that my peers didn't. So like they all have careers and family and children and houses and perfect everything. Well, I have the beholder. So at least I wasn't as fat as they were. At least still. So I am gonna let myself go, because I also realized, we're hitting on this topic, are we now? It takes too much time to shave every day and to worry about that stuff, and all of that is more about what people think of me and me looking. I love that I look younger than everybody else my own age. That's probably the one thing left that I have. But now that I don't so much anymore, I'm not even gonna, like, why try, kind of thing, it's totally coming from the wrong place. It's totally for the wrong reasons. I get really embarrassed when it's obvious that I'm old, and when I grow up my beard and my hair, I turn so gray. But the best thing is I look more handsome with hair on my face and hair. Yeah. So I look older, but I look better. But I'm just embarrassed at my age. And there's something else I can work on this year. It's a big one, because it's fitting into this world and its accomplishments, and it's like accepting that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. You know how much I hate that. Oh my God. You're exactly where you're supposed to. Will that ever work for me? Will I ever get over that? I hate that. It's the thing I hate hearing the most. If you're new to my channel, and I always talk about you're exactly where you're supposed to be, kills me, because that means I am pathetic. That means that I've failed completely, 100%. So yes, so I mean, it's because I am so perfect, and because I because I am so happy. I'm happy to find something that I can work on. I always thought that would be like, if I run out of things to work on, then maybe I could, like, maybe that would be the time to get into a relationship, because it doesn't interest me at all. So I always knew that I had something to work on, but I've got, we all have lots of things to work on. And I do I forget what they are right now? Oh yeah, not caring how old I am. And I mean, I'm still gonna have a pretty good. I'm gonna have a. I'm gonna have a pretty good. I'm gonna have a pretty good. I don't even want to say. I'm gonna have a pretty good body this year, because I am going to. I am going to eat 100% fantastically, and I'm going to. Am I going to do it 100%? I think I probably am. I know that it's toxic poison, all the other stuff. I'm just going to eat really good food, and I'm going to exercise all the time. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's probably, I'm thinking that I'm going to exercise whenever I start falling asleep, whenever I feel really tired, because it will be a pick me up. It'll be an adrenaline rush if I do a set of pull-ups. If I'm like, I can't enter these toys into the system. Like, it happens to me all the time. I'm like, I'm standing up, typing stuff in, and like falling asleep, because it's so boring and it's so hard for me, and it's so I'll do a set of push-ups, or I'll do a set of pull-ups, I'll do a set of whatever I can. It would be nice. Maybe I'll even start doing a yoga practice. I really want to get up early in the morning. All of that is so dependent on my environment, though. How late I can, like, I don't even have to. I don't know. I'm afraid I would wear earplugs, but I do notice that my ears get like, they start hurting, and I think I get like a rash in my ears if I wear plugs. And also, I need to be able to hear if there's a fire, because the little fuckers catch things on fire all the time. So I have to know if the house is burning down, or I'll die. All right. There's going to be more. I'm going to show you the aftermath. So I'm gonna finish sorting, and then I'm gonna just be able to eat apples and nuts and watch a TV show. It's a reward. I think I give myself too many rewards. I love the food that I love is a reward. I can't believe that is so. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I love healthy foods. I don't understand. Susan doesn't like healthy foods. What? I'm so excited about eating peanuts and apples. Oh, it's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It's like my version of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I don't even know if peanuts are that good for you, but I normally don't eat nuts. But yeah, I normally eat potatoes. And I was listening to a podcast today earlier while I was cleaning and sorting stuff, and they said something about we don't like foods because we don't like when we do the same thing every day, and when we have but I was thinking, that's not true. I could have roasted potatoes every single day. They're so delicious. And the fact that I get to mix it up with my different dipping sauces that I put on. So I am like, who doesn't love potatoes? That's something else that I can do in the future, is I can prove that, like, I've also was just like some kind of carnivore diet lady, and she's an old lady, was just suggested to me, an older lady, I shouldn't say an old lady, just like my age, was talking about how she switched to carnivore diet. But I have a belief that it doesn't matter. It's that when people go on these restricted diets, it's because it doesn't matter if you're just eating meat or you're just eating vegetables or the fact is that you're controlling and you're eating nothing that's refined. And I think that is the most important thing with a diet. It doesn't matter. And it kind of worked for me because I was just eating potatoes and oatmeal all summer long, and I lost so much weight. So only carbohydrates, starchy carbohydrates, what they tell you not to eat. And I never felt so good. I felt so hungry, but so good. So much energy, but always so hungry. Which I'm not looking forward to feeling hungry again. I think I want to eat meat. I think I want to be on a carnivore diet. Even though I've been so veganly good. But I want to clobber a seal. I want to clobber a baby seal and eat it raw. All right. Oh, well, you're going to see me in a second. Well, we're not done yet. All right, I did really, really well. I noticed that my tarot deck has been shifted, and when I pulled the card, we got the 10 of Wands, which is like overloaded burden has been addressed. I try not to believe in anything, but every time I pull a card, it means so much. So I mean that one foretold itself. I just saw that the deck had been cut, and I looked at what the card said. And anyway, not as many of those bins were taken out because they are things that have to be addressed, and I need to sort things. All this loose stuff needs to be sorted into the existing bins, which I probably will do tonight after I eat something, because that's really important. And obviously not ideal, but so much better than, I still have access to the window and can walk into the closet, even though I guess that's the main projects that we have to address first and list, and that's the new reality. That's the new what I have to do. So looks like it's peanut and apple dinner time. And I'll have some more roasted vegetables tomorrow. I've got so many carrots that I have to get through. Will I grow my beard? Oh yeah, and then I even probably can listen to one of my favorite TV shows while I sort that stuff, even though I lose myself in it, so maybe I won't, and I'll end up playing too late with my toys, which happens a lot too. Somebody's shoveling, not my yard. So thank you so much for coming along and cleaning with me today. And I do feel a little more optimistic. I mean, just one tiny step at a time, and we might not get through it. We might not get through it, but we'll do the best we can, and that's the best we can do, is do the best we can. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? The worst case scenario is already the only scenario I have, so only something better can happen than the worst case scenario. All right, I love you. Thanks for watching. We did a little bit of kind of in-house editing, so that was kind of cool, something that I haven't been doing. And because I have to worry about having the computer ready to do other videos. So that's why we're allowed to not make as many videos, but concentrate on one thing at a time. Oh, another lesson for this year. Let's do one thing at a time. Love you.